Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media.
Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Today's episode takes us to Smoothrock Lake in Wabakimi Provincial Park in Ontario, Canada. A huge network of connecting lakes stretches for over 1,500 miles and includes 10,000 lakes. The park covers 3,440 square miles of pristine boreal forest of black spruce, jack pine, quaking aspen, and white birch, with bogs hidden in grasses and brush in the low places. Wabakimi is the second largest park in Ontario and offers 500 campsites, many of which are remote and accessible by canoe or kayak. Designed for wilderness recreation, visitors can get to the entrance by train, float plane, or watercraft. While taking in the scenery, woodland caribou, white-tailed deer, and moose can be seen as you glide across the water. But this is a wild place, and dangerous predators such as wolves and black bears also stalk the shadows. Between April through June, Ontario Provincial Police have received 40 calls from concerned residents reporting bear activity. Near the scattered cabins and resorts, they've been witnessed searching for food in garbage bins and raiding bird feeders. On June 12, 2024, Adam Phipps was waking up in his tent along Smoothrock Lake. Adam and his family hailed from Brazil, a small town near Terre Haute in western Indiana. He'd been enjoying a canoe trip with his wife Sunny and other family members along the 1,500 miles of canoeing routes. They planned to canoe their way from fishing spot to fishing spot and camp along the lakeshore each night. The lakes offered walleye, northern pike, lake trout, brook trout, and smallmouth bass, and the fishing was world-class. I could find no source indicating that they brought along bear spray or a firearm on their vacation. In the early morning hours, Adam had woken up and decided to step outside to answer the call of nature. The brisk morning air filled his lungs as he stretched in his last efforts to chase sleep from his eyes. Along the banks of the lake stood thick bushes, a little taller than a man, that hid a very dangerous visitor. Unbeknownst to Adam, a large black bear had been ambling along the lake shore, following its nose to inviting and promising scents. It isn't clear if the bear was surprised by Adam's presence or sneaked up on him in a predatory attack. What is known is that the bear closed in on him and began an unrelenting attack. Undoubtedly, Adam screamed and yelled for help as the bear overpowered him. The bear bit his arms in several places in only a few seconds as Adam fought for his life. He scrambled along the shoreline as he fought the bear off in repeated attacks, each one leaving him with additional bite wounds. Each time the bear attacked Adam, he scanned his surroundings in search of a weapon to defend himself, but couldn't find anything adequate. As he broke away from the bear, he realized he was near a boat dock. Adam scrambled down the dock toward a tethered motorboat, hoping it may serve as some sort of respite from the agony. Leaping from the dock onto the bow of the boat, Adam pulled the mooring line from the cleat. Hoping the boat would start, he turned the key to fire it up as the bear lumbered down the dock toward him. Adam gunned the throttle and motored from the dock just in time to call an end to his attack, but his pain and suffering weren't complete yet. Stuck just offshore, Adam yelled to alert fishermen still ashore. There was no way he would return until the bear had fled, and right now, it wasn't going anywhere. The bear stared in Adam's direction as it meandered the shore, as if looking for a way to get to him. The other fishermen in Adam's party, now fully alert to the bear's presence, tried to run it off. They yelled and put on an attempt at intimidating the bear, but it seemed to be hyper-focused on Adam. Following the assembly of a raucous chorus of upset fishermen, the bear decided it had better focus on easier prey. It slinked back into the bushes, leaving the fishing party to reestablish organization from the chaos it had caused. All told, Adam was bleeding and in pain on the motorboat for an hour while he waited for the bear to leave. Emergency response personnel were on their way shortly after the attack by the fishermen, but the remote location required significant travel time to get there. The bear had long departed by the time the Ontario Provincial Police had arrived on the scene. Pulling DNA samples from the bear's saliva left on Adam's clothing allowed the investigators to compile a DNA sequence for comparison to any bear they suspected of the attack. First responders noted that Adam's injuries were serious, but not classified as life-threatening. After Adam was flown to the nearest hospital and endured an emergency surgery in which his injuries were cleaned and sutured closed, his prognosis following the surgery was that he would have little to no long-term problems resulting from his wounds. Sunny, his wife, would likely be a different matter, and her wounds would be more emotional and mental than her husband's. Seeing your spouse being attacked by a powerful animal tends to do that to a person. As for a bear, there is no source indicating it was ever found, so no action could be taken against it. No source stated how the wildlife officers categorized this attack as either defensive or predatory. Ontario Province hosts as many as 105,000 black bears and has had 38 attacks by wildlife, with black bears making up the vast majority of those. There have been a total of 6 fatal bear attacks in Ontario since 1784, and all of them by black bears. After reviewing the facts surrounding this attack, I'm left with a few questions for you. Did Adam and the bear run into each other, or was this attack predatory in nature? What would have happened if Adam had played dead, as opposed to fighting the bear? Was the bear habituated to human sources of food, given it showed up near a commonly used boat dock? The next time you go fishing, are you going to look over your shoulder, just in case? I know I will. I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so please post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it.
Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.